I'd like to greet everybody all around the world with the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter whether you like me or not, whether you give thumbs down or thumbs up. It doesn't matter if you like what I'm talking about. But first, I'm going to talk about this, since this is what they call Black history. This is Barry B. Ivy. This is my dad's dad, my granddad, and my children's great-granddad. Barry Ivy, happy birthday to my grandfather. My grandfather, Barry Ivy. Happy 128th birthday. He was born February the 18th, 1892. He came from Arkansas and migrated here in Charleston, Missouri. And he was on what they call the Brown's Farm. And he raised 10 children. May my grandmother rest in peace. The first one, she died in about 1940. Lula Skates Ivy. And then after my grandfather married again to Flora Lee Ivy, and then she married again when my grandfather died in 1965. Her last name was Scott. But anyway, I want to say happy birthday to him. Now what I want to talk about now, if you can see across the street from me, I'm here in Charleston, Missouri, on the streets of Vine and Main Street. Main Street is the dividing line of East and West. I'm right now on the west side of Main Street. The east side of Main Street. I live on the west side where this Family Dollar is at. And if you all have seen my latest videos, I complained about what a white female by the name of Teresa Danielle Carr, C-A-R-R, did to my two young daughters. Look at Raymond Lewis Ivy versus the Charleston, Missouri Police Department. My two daughters and I versus the Charleston, Missouri Police Department and the Family Dollar here in Charleston, Missouri. I came up here today because of what the female Teresa Danielle Carr did to my 13 and 14-year-old daughters on February the 13th, 2020, about 5:01 or 5:06 p.m. Now, I'm yet to be able to sit down with anybody from Family Dollar. Now, I talked to, I believe, the regional manager on the phone on the day of the incident that happened. She told me she'd talk to me Monday. No show, I guess because it was President's Day. Then they told me she was here today, so I came and sat for a while. I finally talked to her, but standing up outside cold while she in her car. Now, if you complaining about somebody did something racist, now see, this ain't the first time I complained to this regional manager. On October the 23rd, 2019, I complained about this same female, Teresa Danielle Carr, C-A-R-R, was standing behind the counter with her phone when me and another black person was waiting to get served in line. If we was the only two in line, she was just playing with her phone, ain't paying us no attention, like we not there. Now, a white individual that I know here from Charleston, Missouri, came into the store. He's a white businessman. Came into the store and asked Teresa, "Do you have any floodlights?" She left from behind the counter, left me and this person standing here. Wasn't no other cashier there. Went to the back with this white businessman, business owner. The business owner came back. Teresa didn't even show up. I stood there for a little bit while longer and I left. I see that as being discrimination. I don't care what Family Dollar corporate, I don't care what Donald Trump may say. Ain't no question of doubt what that is. You see what I'm saying? I complained to some of the employees, and then I complained to the regional manager, and one of the other managers, he had good sense. He done quit and went to Dollar General. He got real good sense, a white guy. Me and him sat down and looked at that video, and he said she was wrong. He was a manager. She was wrong. Now, ain't nobody seeing nothing wrong that Teresa done to my daughters as of right now. I asked her, can I see the video? But now all of a sudden I can't see the video. I have to get an attorney to see the video, which that ain't gonna be no problem. But I'm gonna sit and wait till corporate and all these other managers that's giving me these phone numbers to try to talk to corporate, and they end up fax numbers or not even the number to corporate. I'm gonna wait and see, because the world is looking. On my YouTube, the world is looking, Family Dollar. They want to see how you gonna act to this here. You gonna try to make an excuse for Teresa Danielle Carr as if she didn't do nothing because there's no audio. You see what I'm saying? But it's a video, and my daughter said what happened. Y'all even got some of the Charleston Police Department putting something on paper that my daughters didn't even say. If my daughters didn't talk to you, how could you have something on there that your partner or your co-worker officer said that he said? Now y'all gonna try to say my daughter's cursing. Anybody know my daughters, even some of them people in family, Dollar General or Family Dollar, they know my daughters don't cuss. Then they try to make up a thing saying that what she thought that was them. She had a picture. Where's the picture at? She ain't got none. But I want to see how this gonna come out. And I want y'all to look at this other one that I made today, the part 1, to see how the police will sit there and put on paper a lie. You see what I'm saying? But you know one thing about it? The truth will last forever. The lie won't. You got to try to make up something else. You can't get around this here. The police told me, y'all see them coming to my house. What you coming to my house for once you done, I done got the report from the clerk? What you coming to notify me that you got the report? You ain't never came to my house, told me, well, I wrote the report. You're coming because you wanted to see was I satisfied with it. No, I ain't satisfied with it because you put fabrications in there. Black history. One thing about my grandfather, he did the same thing I did. He stood up. He was a sharecropper, y'all. You racist white folks down here and you sell out blacks. He was a sharecropper. He raised 10. 4 of my aunties and 6 of my uncles, or 4 of my uncles and my daddy. He didn't have to sell out like you sellouts down here, NAACP and all the rest of you cowards that's scared to stand up against these white supremacists. My grandfather stood on his and raised mine. That's why out of all of my dad's brothers and sisters, with the exception of my youngest uncle, all of them left this racist town because of what's going on. Me and my daughter's gonna leave pretty soon, but y'all ain't gonna run out. Family Dollar, I'm not finna give up on this here. I'm not gonna give up on this Teresa Danielle Clark. Family Dollar, what you need to do is talk to some of the present and past employees who told your district manager they don't want to work with Teresa Danielle Clark. Look at some of your videos if you can go back far enough when she let some of these white meth heads come in there and steal y'all property. But she want to target young blacks. One day one of these young blacks gonna whoop that little behind, but it ain't gonna be my daughters. You see, you tried to push them. You want to know if she got a wig on her head, but you seen her real hair today. Her hair's longer than yours. And then a Family Dollar corporate asked these managers here, why do they let Teresa Danielle Clark bring her little bitty baby to work with her? Ask some of the other employees how she had her baby there. What if she was doing what she did to my daughters and somebody whooped her behind and her baby was there? Y'all think about it. Peace be still.